In this video, I'm not going to try and motivate you and give you a speech about being tough, and it's not about how hard you get hit.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
I don't have an American accent, so it would just sound a bit weird. No, in this video, I'm simply going to give you some tips to keep going when you're in a fitness slump. Because the fact is, in case no one's told you, every single person constantly alternates between two phases with their health and fitness. And these are what I call the progress phase and the survival phase. When you're in the progress phase, everything feels easy. You're constantly hitting your workouts, you're making progress week on week, you're noticing changes, you feel better. And then either out of nowhere or gradually over the weeks and months, you start to drift into this other phase that I call the survival phase. And as the name might suggest, in this phase, you are simply trying to survive and hang on to your fitness habits, but everything feels hard and you don't want to do it. And when this happens, the most important thing is that you do not stop completely and avoid losing the progress that you worked so hard to get. Even with minimal training, you can maintain muscle and strength for weeks or even months. Even just doing 1 or 2 sessions a week can prevent major muscle losses or major strength losses. So if you can do something, if you can do anything during this period to hold on by your fingernails to any bit of muscle mass or strength or cardiovascular maintenance that you can, it means you're going to be able to make long-term progress. Because like I've said in all of my videos, I think this is not a year-long game. This is a lifetime habit. This is something you should be doing from today until the day you die, as consistently as possible in order to make as much progress as you'd like to. Okay, so now for my main tips. How do you actually deal with this phase? How do you stay somewhat consistent during this phase? And there's a few main points. You don't have to set records, you just have to show up. Like I said, I get into this phase as well multiple times a year. Literally just showing up and doing a workout ensures that you stay on the path. You keep that momentum going, you keep that discipline, you stay on track, you still have that habit. As you come out of this phase, it's so much easier to start pushing from that point than it is to go from a complete dead stop. So right now it's about 7:20 in the morning. I have to leave in about an hour. The top 2 things that I have for this phase of fitness or health. Number 1 is work out as early as you possibly can. So for me, that's one of the first things I do. Get up, give yourself a bit of time to actually wake up, get a bit of blood flowing around your body, and then train. And the second thing I've been doing is timing my rest periods, because I have a tendency to procrastinate and to take ages and ages between my sets because I just don't want to do it. It just helps me stay on track. It means my workouts can be quicker. I'm not trying to break any records. I'm still tracking my workouts, but just going through the motions, just getting it done, because I'm more interested in keeping the habit and keeping the consistency than I am in actual progression during this phase. If you eat the frog first, you can be sure the day can't get any worse. You might have heard people talking about eating the frog. So the hardest part of your day should be done first. When I'm in this phase, the hardest part of my day is just working out. I don't want to do it. I procrastinate. I make excuses. As the day goes on, I make more and more excuses, and the likelihood of me not working out increases tenfold throughout the day. So if you want to avoid this, as soon as you get up, whatever it is that you've planned to do it first thing, before you give yourself a chance to think of excuses, to talk yourself out of it, before other stuff gets in the way. Do your workout, prioritize your health first thing in the morning, even when you don't want to, because then the whole day is better. Do less volume. Volume is just a term for the amount of sets and reps you do, either in a workout or over the course of a week. And there is some evidence that you can maintain muscle mass and strength on about 1/3 of the volume that it took you to get there. So if it took you 9 sets per week to build up your leg strength, to build up some leg muscle, you can theoretically maintain that on 3 sets a week. So when you're already feeling burnt out, you already feel like you don't want to train, like it's a chore just to even think about training, let alone actually doing it. My advice would be to halve the amount of work you do. If you normally do 5 sets of an exercise, do 2 or 3 sets. Just get through it. By cutting your volume in half, you're not only increasing the likelihood of you actually sticking to your sessions, you're decreasing the time each session takes, you're allowing more time for the responsibility, but you are still prioritizing your health and fitness, which, let's be honest, is the most important thing. The issue isn't, is it worthwhile to take care of my health? The issue is, how much time should I spend taking care of my health? The answer is maybe even just 10 minutes a day is enough. And my last tip is prepare tomorrow today. For me, it makes it so much easier I'm more likely that I'll work out in the morning if I have my clothes set out, if I have my coffee already on the stove ready just to be turned on. If everything is ready for my day, it means the only thing I have to do between waking up in the morning and leaving my house is work out and shower. All my clothes are ready, my bag is packed, my breakfast is ready, my coffee is pretty much ready to go, and I only have one obligation before I leave the house, and that is to get my reps in, get my sets in, and get it done however I can. So I hope this helped. If you are in this phase, hang in there, keep showing up, don't try and break any records, just keep on going, keep showing up, maintain your consistency even though you don't want to, build that discipline, build that muscle in your brain, that discipline muscle, and when you inevitably come out of this phase, whether that's in a few weeks or months, you'll be in a position to start making progress straight away.